The bottom of this one, unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people, rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage, all got perspective. It's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is, where the heart's uncovered, where you detox from all of the lies you smother. When them tries could have killed you, but with faith you recover. Yup. Peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can't be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's so hard to reflect on all the Jews life taught you. It's on you, tell the truth.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kimberly with the Unseen Twisted Truth. We are the People's Podcast. We got Henry and Jewsby with us. Peace,
Okay, my
peace.
camera just. Hi, peace.
So, this is strange only because I'm not familiar with this. Jewsby, can you hear us?
Ruh-roh.
I don't think he's with us yet.
I'm inviting, this is my segment for the day. I'm inviting anyone in the comments, if there are comments or anybody seeing this, to let us know if it's working. Because I don't know. We got Dewsby on here, but he's lost. It took me all day to get on.
We got DDH in the icon.
He will be radio silent. What's his name?
Anyway, so we're trying to use Restream for the first time. We have not used Restream before. We've always used StreamYard. We've used StreamYard for almost 3 years, Henry.
Is it almost 3 years? Oh wow.
It is, it is.
Hey,
And the thing
pop up here, it's cool.
And the thing is, though, now that we're using this device or this streaming thing, it's different. So we got to get accustomed to it.
That's right.
Huge change, huge change. But yeah, so with that being said, StreamYard tried to pull a number out on us. They went and were charging people double for it without letting people know that they are.
Naughty.
Yeah.
So this is Restream, but it's our first.
This is Restream.
So it's just stream. Next time it'll be Restream.
So what we're going to talk about tonight is what do you want from life? When you hear that, Henry, it kind of is self-explanatory, but when you hear that, what do you think? What do you want from life?
It's not self-explanatory. What I want from life apparently perplexes and pisses off everybody. So. And ironically enough, it's just to let life life. Why'd you have to ask me that? Why'd you have to ask me that question?
Because right now you're the only one talking back to me.
I'll talk back like the yakety yak. Yeah, there's a lot of. I want life out of life, and that is very interpretive and subjective. Danny Holmes highlight. Yeah, buddy. I like the way
you want life out of life.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that that everything that is considered commonplace or normal is bad. God, I'm a bad person to ask that question to.
Jewsby, are you with us?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
There we go. There we go. I found out what was going on. I was having some technical difficulty. My apologies.
No, listen, we're all learning together on this one because I've never used Restream before.
Yeah, I kind of like StreamYard better. This was definitely kind of like a task in a way for me to figure out what was going on. It was kind of last minute too, so that's why I was a little bit late to the party.
But yeah, no, I think I'm gonna go back. I don't know. I'm just gonna give them a month though, just to show them that they gotta have more respect. At least let us know ahead of time before you try to rape us.
For
You
sure.
know. So, but I think I might go back because they're giving me an offer where you get 40% off for the first 6 months, and it's still going to be more than what I normally paid. But I'm so accustomed to it, and I've had it like Henry and I have had it for almost 3 years now.
Oh yeah, doing this felt like kind of putting pants on like a shirt. It's
Yes,
awful.
this is new. This is new for us, for real, for real. I do like some of the things on here though. I like it. It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah,
It looks very retro.
I do
It's
like it. I like the comments
appeasing
flying
on the
in.
eyes for sure. And it goes a little boop when people are getting ready to come in the screen. So I like that too.
So
We're glad to have you on, Juju. That's awesome.
glad to be here.
So when you hear it say to you, what do you want from life? What do you want from life?
As far as me, I just want to have a last.
Oh, your volume's really, really low.
Is it better for you
Yes.
if I get closer? Okay, yeah. Basically, just leaving a legacy. With me partaking in music, and with that being, my way to, really get my voice out there. I really want to leave a lasting impression with people. Something that they can carry on, beyond, the days of me being here as well as, their days. Just give them something they can reflect on, and something to get them through, whatever tough times or whatever turmoil they're dealing with.
I can see that. I can see that. I guess I'm a little bit different because all I want out of life is to find out who I truly am and to be able to reach that part of me so I can free myself from this.
Yep. I feel the same way. It's just everything's got to be complicated.
Because more than anything that I love, I really just don't want to live like this anymore. It's mundane and tedious, and it makes no sense. I can't make sense of this. I just want to find out who I truly am and be able to do it with authenticity, with my pure heart and intentions, to be able to just escape this cycle. Yeah.
Okay, let's not stop it right there. That's why I said a lot of this, just the things that I find commonplace in society kind of really irk me. Like, I get a chances to leave where I'm at right now, and I go to nice houses and cool places and whatnot, and I'm very respectable of the house and the places. I'm the kind of person who'll put a cigarette up in my pocket and walk around with it until I can find somewhere to put it. Just how I go, or whatever. And I'm cool with that, but at the same time, I feel very uncomfortable in comfort in a lot of strange settings. And I don't know if that necessarily harbors the kind of growth I'm looking to grow all the time. I do need weird survival shelters and things, and something out of the norm. Not just living rustically like that, but money and debt and just all those things. A lot of things can be lumped into it. Seem crazy to me. They kind of look everybody goes about them. I don't know if it helped him clear.
The weirdest things happening right now. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm watching more than one device, and it is showing that we were going like speed racer on one of these devices. It was like everything was flashing fast, 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 fast.
What's that mean?
I don't know. It was the craziest thing ever, and now it's not. It was weird. Anyhow, I don't know. Hopefully this turns out okay. If anybody's watching, tell us, did they see it on that end? Did you see it go by racing? Because on the iPhone, it was going like speed racer. Everything was. You talking, Jews be talking. It was like it was just racing, and then over here on the other device, it's not. But technology is weird, so I can't try to figure out technology. But anyways, there's a lot of energy beings in here that with high vibrations that might be affecting it.
That's true. Oh,
Freedom. That's what I want.
freedom's a good one. Don't ask people what their views on freedom are. Don B. Mansfield, I just tuned in. Hi there, Don. I hope you can hear everything okay. We're not talking about freedom. Freedom is good. What's freedom to you, Kimberly?
Um, no agreements and no belief system of others. Just to love. I just really want to just love. I just want to pass so much love around, receive love and pass love. And I don't want no one to tell me I'm showing too much love to people. That's why I have a hard time with relationships because I don't want to be tied down for the fact that people think that you have to be a certain way because this is what the stigma says and this is what the stipulation grounds are in one. I really just want to, I am mindful. I am respectful. I love myself. I have a very high respect for myself, so I will carry myself as such. I just want to be free.
You're a
He
little
said you're a
quiet.
little
Yeah,
quiet. He said your end's a little quiet though, bro.
I probably am. I said screaming louder.
There's like a fan in the background. I shut mine off.
It's dead quiet here. It's just technology.
Yeah.
It
But
gave
no,
me.
I just so what did you say? What did you say about freedom and all the stipulations that come with the norm of relationships and what you have to do in life? Everybody says that you have to do this, you have to that, you have to live this way, you have to think this way, you have to eat this, you have to go to bed at this time, you have to get up at this time. Just for life to be what? Normal? I don't even know what that is.
Well, because everybody else is doing it isn't really a good answer. Um, I believe it's good to put back in. Like to live free, to just live off the system, it's kind of inherently a bad thing. Now, I think we got enough wealth and resources and things that we're squandering on this planet that everybody could deserve to live very comfortably. But I don't think the way we go about things promotes that. I do believe that if you want to just lead your own existence and kind of flow through life, maybe not be a part of the norm or not necessarily want to be a millionaire or anything like that, it puts a huge strain on you because everybody else is doing it, right? It's kind of it's a difficult thing to want to do. I think you've got to put a little back in, which doesn't have to be taxes. It could be your work, be what you do, you know. Man, it could be cleaning out horse stalls somewhere. It's a give and take because life is always about balance. So if you live your life just using things, that's not necessarily balance. But if you're just going through life to acquire wealth, and that's the only thing you're trying to acquire, it's a goal. It's valid. I don't know if it's gonna make you happy.
And Jewsby, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
What do you think about freedom? What is freedom to you? What do you think of breaking these chains and agreements and stipulations that have been put upon us?
I feel like it's a form of control. You know, a lot of the agreements and the verbal bondage. That most of us have with certain things and certain people. Um, throughout the course of life, these are things that we partake in as well as we seek in some way, shape, or form. So when we talk about freedom, to me, to reference you, Kim, breaking the agreements is
You have to
real.
come closer,
Can you hear me?
louder.
What about now?
Oh, perfect. Go ahead, say what you're saying.
Breaking the
Oh,
agreements.
yeah. So basically, just piggybacking off what Kim would usually say, breaking those agreements and kind of dictating your own reality in a sense. I feel like when we're born, there's already like a starter kit for us. You get what I'm saying? So we all go through the birth and the social security number, this, that, and the third, these things. But as far as being free, just being able to dictate your own reality, not having any requirements or any type of limitations that will in turn alter the way you live your life. Like when you talk about maximum freedom or total freedom,
Mm.
this is someone who has the flexibility to determine what they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to execute it, and they're comfortable with the outcome. They're comfortable with the responsibilities of these things. So freedom, it's definitely a big asset to have, but it's also a big responsibility that you have to be accountable for. And in a sense, that's why society maybe hasn't allowed us to have maximum freedom, because they feel as if we haven't advanced enough to
I
where
agree.
we're able to take on that responsibility and make the right decisions. So it's a mixed bag, but to me, freedom is just having maximum flexibility with your own life and living by your own terms.
I agree. I agree. David, so what do you want from this life? And thank you for joining us.
I don't know if you heard it.
Can you hear us, David?
That's probably it, no.
I think he froze.
Oh,
Oh
no,
no,
he's
you didn't
frozen.
froze. He didn't freeze.
He's moving for me.
David?
David!
Mm,
I got a good idea of what David wants. I know
I
he
know.
wants to be good. That's for
It
damn
shows
sure.
that everything's working on his end. I don't know. I mean,
It's,
um,
it's going to be a weird one. It
David.
already has.
Hmm. But anyways, you see what Danny said.
That's why I used to have hard times with relationships. Everything was based on people's expectations. Really, in general, it feels good to just be yourself. Yeah, relationships are a lot of work. Well, let me tell you, I've rushed into relationships.
It's not even a relationship with another individual, not a male or female. I'm talking. There's many of time terms that relationship fits. A
Yeah,
relationship's just anybody that you come in encounter with throughout the day, from a boss to a child to a stranger. That's a relationship.
yeah. The word's not sexual. Apparently, people think it is in weird contexts. But you have a relationship with your family and your friends. Yeah, and yes, all of those can struggle. Expectations are a weird thing. I don't like a lot of the expectations that are kind of automatically put on people. On the play for certain things.
Testing. Hello,
Hey,
hello.
We can hear you. He can't hear us. He said
David.
test because he doesn't know that we can hear him.
Well, we can't hear you.
We can hear you. He can't hear us.
He gets it intuitive.
I'm texting him. That's why.
Oh, sure. I'm so struggling with this that I can't even get cogent points across anyway.
What do I want out of life?
Yeah, he definitely can't hear
Freedom at
us.
the highest level. Financial freedom, freedom to express myself the way that I see fit.
without having to mince words or tone myself down for others. Um, Emotional freedom. Uh, I feel as though I do have a sense of spiritual freedom and moving to the beat of my own drums. So I would say freedom at like the highest level, and not having to feel as though I have to watch what I say or mince words.
Mm, yeah, I agree. I agree. I told him we also said freedom. I don't know why he can't hear us. We can hear him.
That was good. Well, at least we get the question. Yeah, I think a lot of freedom is really tied to the financial freedom part. Kind of difficult to swim against that current.
I really think that that's a big thing for a lot of people. Once you hit a certain age, I think that freedom is it. Freedom is all everybody wants because we've been taught that we have to do so much. We've been taught we had to go to school. We've been taught we had to act a certain way. We had to ask permission before we spoke. We had to, you know,
Do I need to leave and come back? Because I can't hear anybody.
you can try that.
Because we want to hear you, David.
We can hear David. David can't hear us. Hi,
Well,
Mama
I'll
Kuda.
back and forth.
Peace and love.
All
Peace
right,
and love.
I'll be right back.
Mama Kuda, what do you want from life?
I think, yeah, freedom was the big one for everybody.
Yeah. I think freedom is it so too. I think the only reason why everybody wants, like I said, everybody wants that freedom is because we've all been under that construct of not having it. We've been told what we can and can't do our whole entire life. I
Well,
never had a moment where I was able to just be.
yeah, it's man, it seems hard to find time for yourself. I was doing something. Uh, this has been a head scratcher. It's been a rough day. I'm trying to make myself breathe here. My dad's house. It's tough.
I remember when I was younger, I wanted to grow up. And then as I got older, I wondered why I wanted to grow up. I wanted to know what was that I was waiting for and that was wanting so bad that I was in such a rush to do it.
Did you not want to be a child?
I think it's because I wanted to have more self-control, able to do what I want to do and say what I want to say without someone telling me what I was doing was wrong.
Freedom.
Freedom. And I don't even know if it's really considered freedom or just a voice. I was never really listened to as a child.
Yeah, that causes a bunch of issues. Fuck me, I guess. I mean, I can that can turn you into an introvert and an incredibly angry person. Can lead to a whole bunch of things.
Jewsby, do you feel like you were always listened to as a child?
Hell no.
See?
Nobody cared what I wanted. I was taken care of, but it was always what I needed. It was never what I wanted. Now, when I got older, I got an allowance. I did my work and my chores and this, that, and the third, and I was able to do a little bit of what I wanted. But my upbringing was very strict for the for the utmost. But in turn, it worked. It was something that worked for me. So I never wanted to sacrifice my younger years to get older faster because I had a lot of fun as a child. I just wasn't as as free to do what I wanted to do as most of the other kids that I was associated with at the time. But it didn't change how I felt about being a kid, nonetheless.
See, and I think my whole entire life I was free to do whatever I wanted because no one really wanted me. I could go anywhere and nobody cared. Nobody cared who had me. No, as long as somebody took care of me, they didn't care who it was. I was passed around through family to family to family. So I think I had a lot of freedom, but I didn't get heard. Nobody really wanted to hear what I had to say. And I think that also I didn't get noticed. Like just because I was there at the dinner table doesn't mean that they acknowledged that I was a part of whatever they had going on. I wrote a lot of sentences when I was younger.
I just think that's crazy, and I didn't want to. I really didn't want to be a kid either because I knew no one would listen to me. I knew no one would listen to me. Everybody on here, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best feeling in the world, loves it when when the little kid in the movie is hiding the secret monster, keeps trying to tell everybody, and nobody listens to him, and then finally everyone collectively finds out in like a wave of oh shit that the kid was right. Everyone loved that scene growing up. I mean, being a kid's really good for some people. I don't know if it was
You keep
fun.
getting lower and lower and lower, Henry.
Damn, damn. I didn't like being a kid. I couldn't wait for it to be over. It was awful. And being an adult isn't much better, but at least I can raise my voice enough for people to shut up and listen. That's what they want to hear. There we go. Now I'm not tiptoeing. I don't tap dance for anybody.
And I like that though. Look what DDH says.
I no longer. Oh shit! I don't know if they can hear me.
Yeah.
I no longer feel I need to walk in my father's shoes. I remember following a lot of his agreements, and although I love him a lot, everything I wasn't listened to when I was young, and I actually stand up to now. I appreciate the fact that I am free to have my own belief system. Yes.
Yes. I agree. I agree. Um, my dad. My dad is my favorite person in this world. And I just think it's because I had to kind of manipulate him to make him feel bad to care. Even though he really wanted to care on his own. He just did. He was just one of those that he just loved kids. So he loved me. He just was a busy man owning a business and trying to take care of this and having a wife and girlfriend and everything else. He was just doing whatever he does as an adult and never took in consideration what it did to affect me. But now to this I can call my dad, and my dad has early onset dementia, and I'm the only one that he remembers. And I will call my dad up to pray with him, even though I don't believe those agreements of what people do, what they say in a prayer. But I will call my dad up to pray with him, just so I can have that moment of my dad back, because that's the time when he is himself.
Yeah.
That's real.
That's good. I'm sure he appreciates that too. So he didn't, and you only probably manipulated him so much.
Oh, I made him feel guilty on purpose. I knew because I knew that he wasn't aware of what it was doing to me. He wasn't aware that I had feelings. So once I expressed my feelings to him, then he felt bad for it because I was always told I could have things because my sister had it and she didn't appreciate it and she ruined it and got it stolen and stuff. So, there went my chance of having something because she's only 1 year and like 2 weeks older than me. So I had a lot of hand-me-downs from her. And it couldn't be clothes because we weren't the same size. I was bigger than her, taller than her, and everything. And so like it'd be like bikes and stuff like that. If I wanted a new bike, I remember being 14 and having the bike with the banana seat and the little fringy things hanging out the side. And I rode bikes with the boys. I was gone until the lights came on outside. I was outside. I was outside. When you talk about being outside, I was outside. I ate at people's houses. I seen other people's parents more than I seen anybody who gave birth to me.
There you
And I was outside. Other
I was.
people's parents care about you more than your own at times. I'm just
I spent a
saying.
lot of time outside. I love being outside. I also grew up playing video games a lot, so it was for
Oh,
me
I
a
didn't have that.
combination. It was a combination of outside and video games. I still
You and
love them both.
For
you and I
sure.
are a different era, though. In my era, we didn't have video games. They didn't start coming out until I had my son.
Oh, they had some.
In the 70s, did they?
And when
Did
did
they?
Pong come out?
You tell me what the first video game in the 70s was.
Wasn't it Pong?
Atari came out in the 80s.
No, yeah, I guess so.
So I don't know. I don't think there was anything when I was little. So I remember Atari was the first real video game.
Sometimes I forget that you're that much older than me because time is meaningless to me.
You're the same age as my child.
Oh yeah.
But
Hi,
yeah,
Kendall.
so oh, I didn't see people. Hey, Kendall. What do you want out of life, Kendall? I don't know where
And
David went. Oh,
I'm
David.
not. I'm a couple hundred years old, by the way, just so you know. Let's count, Henry.
Yeah, I know.
Only for October.
But anyway, so Kendall, what do you want out of life? I don't think I like this streaming service.
Oh, it's so sketchy. Simplicity.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
horrible
horrible.
experience.
Damn, your voice
Yeah.
came in deep, man. I got you hooked up on a speaker here so I can hear everybody.
Okay, yeah, that's dope.
But yeah, simplicity. Yeah, that is exactly it too.
Yes.
I think you guys are all in your 30s. Kendall's in her 30s too. But yeah,
Yeah, it's just different.
I just think that I don't even think financial freedom is a existence to me. I don't think that's irrelevant. The universe provides, so I don't really care even about financially because anything I want will come to me at all times. She tried logging in with the new stream. It was giving me a hard time. I know,
Me too.
Kendall. I think I
It's
got
a.
7 days and they'll pay me back. I think I'm just. I don't know.
I know I suck tonight, but man, the stream, the stream's giving me a headache. It's giving everybody a hard time. It's a
Yeah,
miracle that.
imagine tomorrow's. Tomorrow's gonna be a real good one. All right, David's back on. Let's see what he can. You hear us, David?
Yes.
Whoa!
There we go. There we go.
Peace and love, everybody. What's up?
Peace and love.
Love, Dave.
Peace and love.
Thank goodness David's a baritone as well.
Yeah.
So,
So, I think everybody was saying the same thing. I think we're all on the same page with freedom. I think it's a different form of freedom for everybody.
yeah.
I think that some want financial freedom, some want stability, some want constructed of the mind that we were told in the agreements that were holding us down, like those chains that abide us. Some of us talk about that kind of freedom. So
And absolutely, the universe will definitely provide. I'm a true witness to it, and that is the real boss, Martin.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I already
Yes, sir.
know. Every day, every day.
Let's hear
Listen,
from
I
David
have
too.
no worries. Once you relieve yourself from worrying,
Mhm.
everything falls in place.
That's true. You know what? I find that when you're pushing, like even to make money, you don't make any. But
Yeah.
when you set your intentions, like when you set your intentions around money and you kind of just go about your day
Hmm.
as if you don't need it, you're not totally dependent on it. I find that that's when opportunities to make money show up. Now, what you do with them is up to you, of course. But I find that when you're like operating from a space of like desperation and like the universe or God or whoever can pick up on the fact that you're desperate about it, it's almost like the closer you get, it runs away.
Hmm.
Like, and you can never truly catch it. But when you just make your intentions clear and you kind of just go about your day, I find that that's when the things that you've been praying about or looking for or speaking out about, I find that that's when they come up. But they don't really come up when you're like, "Oh my gosh, I got to get this, I got to get that. Like I got to do this."
So I got a good analogy for you.
Mhm.
Does paint dry quicker when you watch it?
I always say boiling pot. You can't watch
I'm
it
just
boiling.
wondering because that's exactly what it is. If you allow what's meant for you, the intentions of what's meant for you just to naturally come to you and you don't
Yeah.
worry whether it does or doesn't, it
Yeah.
will. We our frequencies stop what's in line for us because we do too much of that worrying.
Yeah.
Once we free ourselves from everything that we were told that we had to do and that we listen to those belief systems that we're told that we had to do. What's he say, Henry? That's when we realize that it's all bullshit.
The real boss Marty said two things. He said mental freedom is the best freedom, 100%.
Hmm.
And he says the Bible says to get knowledge, for that is better than choice gold. That scripture means having your mind in tune with God is better than anything because He will provide it. He is the atmosphere. He is the universe. I am.
People are worried about what's meant for them. People worry about what's meant for them instead of just allowing themselves to be, and what's meant for them shall come to them.
Yeah.
Because what's meant to happen is going to happen. Every action has a reaction, and everything happens for a reason. You cannot stop that.
And also what I'm finding is that I mean it's not hard to bring in what you want. It's not hard.
Not at all.
Sometimes we unfortunately make it harder than it needs to be, but overall, like it's not hard to make an intention and then put some kind of work behind the intention
Mm-hmm.
and then be able to experience what you asked for. Like it's not hard, but we as just people, period, we may make it unintentionally more difficult than it needs to be.
Facts. Facts. Facts.
That
And
is
that's
true.
what it is. Have faith, Kendall, right? Have faith. Just have faith. Don't fear. Just have faith. Because fear is what stops us. Fear is the
Yeah,
demon, the ugly demon within us. I realize that we all have demons. It's the good and the bad, the yin and the yang. It's the balance.
Hmm.
We all have them. Now, some of us created them. I know I did. I'm speaking on myself, not all, because I can't speak for others. I can speak for self. I
Hmm.
created my demons to protect me.
Hmm.
I, I created my demons to give me strength when I was weak. I created my demons to give me a backbone because I felt I didn't have one. I was too much of a people pleaser. Once I realized all that, I allowed my demons to go. I freed them because I no longer needed them
Hmm.
because
Do
I
you feel they're
healed.
unnecessary?
They were unnecessary as I got older. As I got older, they were actually hindering me than they were helping. Yeah, because I built a wall. I built this cage around myself because I felt I had
Hmm.
to protect me. And the most beautiful thing in the world is love. And to protect yourself from getting hurt is weird to me because love doesn't hurt. It's our agreements that we hold on to and the expectations we have for it that hurts us.
Yeah.
So once we free our mind from all that we were told and we allow what's to be, such beautiful things. I realized this is what I had to realize, and then I'm going to have someone else say something. I realized that instead of searching for what I wanted, I had to become what I was looking for in order
Hmm.
to attract what was meant for me.
There you go.
Yeah.
Once I became that, Then all of a sudden it came to me. And now all I surround myself is around like minded energy because I have that frequency that attracts it.
That feels really relevant to me. I really hid myself in a certain shell. And in the last few years, I really come to appreciate myself and attract the people I really want around me. And I got like four raccoons that I throw table scraps at outside, and that's okay. That's okay because they're pretty fucking dope. And sitting on the podcast with you guys, but it is true. You know, I don't mean to joke around too much, but I we went how long is it? 40 freaking minutes before I even mentioned sobriety and drug addiction, which is really good. And that really weeded a lot of people out. I didn't know anybody, and I dare say I know very few from my past. They didn't know me. I didn't know myself, so it's just kind of weird. You know, like, when a lot happens when you do that. It's good.
What's to say? The law of attraction.
Is so powerful. So a man thinketh, so is he.
Yes. And that's why I say I am whatever I say I am. Because if I wasn't, why would I say I am? That was the most intelligent line I ever heard anybody say.
Am.
I,
Eminem is a goat. I'm gonna put it out there. Eminem is a goat. Most
it's not
definitely.
even that's a goat. That's not even that's a goat saying. I'm just saying that in general, like authenticity is it. That is the most authentic. Oh, I can't even say that now. I just said it, but I don't know why I can't say it now. But anyways,
Authentical.
authentic. That is the most authentic thing I've ever heard. You can't beat
Listen,
that.
Sure.
hi, Lizzie.
Hi, Lizzie. What do you want from life? What were you expecting when you were a kid that you should have now that you don't or you do?
Ooh, expectation versus reality.
And it's crazy because I wanted to be heard so much in my life, and now I have a podcast.
That part.
I'm just saying.
Well, there's things I want to do and things I've always wanted to do and things that held me back. And I'm not going to go into too much about David and books because we're going to in the near future, which is going to be
Tomorrow
exciting.
or Friday, Thursday. My bad, Thursday.
Well, yes, but I've always wanted to write a book. Always did. I want to write a book about my life, and I keep adding chapters to it as it's going on, and it's horrible. But I'm convinced that the H in ADHD stands for Henry, and I got 4 or 5 books I've written that I fucking can't get past the first chapter. It's horrible for me. If I'm a ghostwriter or something, but we'll get into that I guess later. But that's like just expectation versus reality. I thought I'd have a book out by now, but I haven't. I can't even hold a pencil for 5 minutes.
Aw, I can relate to that. Look at this. That's
But
exactly how I feel. And not now though, because you better watch what you say. Mine was by my mom too. But at the end of the day, it's this is a literal universe, and I learned and you're old enough to know now too that you can't just say you want to be loved in love and feel love because you get all the wrong kind of love. You have to be matter of factual with this universe and what kind of love you do want because some people their version of love is not love.
Yeah.
oh well, and by the way, it's my By the way, oh, happy birthday! We love you.
Hey, happy birthday.
Oh, happy Earth Day! I don't say all that, but happy Earth Day. I
Belated,
don't
Lee.
celebrate that kind of stuff. It is what whatever you say you are, is exactly what you are in age and dates and everything. Don't
I like to
construct
say
yourself
happy
too
day
long.
because it's funny.
But yeah, happy Earth Day. I love you, Lizzie. But yeah, no, I always wanted to be loved by my mom too. Jewsby, what do you think? What's the huge difference that you've known from a kid to now?
Am I
Back then, life didn't seem so tough. You get around the rules and all of those things, but now that nobody's coming to save you. So that
Mhm.
that invisible security net, that you made up in your head as a kid, knowing mommy and daddy will come to save you, or mom or dad, or however the situation was. That's completely thrown out of the window. Now you know what reality is, and the demand is sometimes more than a lot of people's makeup. That's why we have a lot of people who can't really stand on their own. But
Hmm.
in theory, life will grow you up, quicker than anything. So it's best that we enjoy these stages and we take as much as we can from them, because this thing moves fast. Trust me. And
Yeah.
if you blink, you might miss it all.
Facts. Facts. Saturday, I had to cancel Twisted Radio. My son had gotten into a car accident. And it was so odd. Like, I normally, because I don't like, I said this before, I don't like people before 10. So I tried to stay to sleep. But I woke up early and helped her carry out the laundry bag so she could take it to the dryer, to the laundromat. And it just felt weird. And I come back in the house, and not even 10 minutes later, she calls me up freaking out that she happened to come across my son
Hmm.
um in a car accident. His car got smashed because someone ran a red light and ran into him. And she left before him, but she takes the longer way.
Hmm.
And somehow she ended up being the only car, the first car that pulled up on him at the accident.
Wow.
And she stopped and called me, and she was like, "We just got into an accident." And I was like, "What do you mean we? Did he hit you? You hit him? What's up? I don't get the whole we. You guys are in separate cars." And she was like, "No, no, no, him." And she was like, she freaked me out because she was like how she was talking, but she was, that she just went up on her husband and get into an accident, so she's not really with it. I hear him in the background cursing at this guy, telling him that he's not going to retire. So I knew he was okay because
Hmm.
my son is a Taurus through and through, with the short fuse with the big heart. So he's through and through. So he's telling this old man that he's not going to retire ever. And he just got that car. He had a little red Mustang, 2020. Only had it for 4 months and smashed. It totaled. He had
Hmm.
no scratches on him when he got out. His adrenaline was so pumped up, and he was just, the guy wanted to drive off. The guy wasn't even from around here. He was lost. He wasn't paying attention. And he ran the red light. Um, I love the fact that all this happened.
Hmm.
Now my son has to go to therapy and stuff like that. He's got herniated disc and bulging disc and all this other stuff. So he's got to do therapy. He can't breathe properly. He can't walk. He's sore.
Hmm.
Um, I love the fact that this happened though, because he had full coverage. This guy had insurance, so his car's going to be taken care of no matter what. He's going to be okay. It's the fact of it makes you realize though
Hmm.
that how precious life is, and that tomorrow isn't promised for no one.
Yeah.
And materialistic things can come and go, but that person, you know, and
Yeah.
my grandson wasn't with him, thank goodness. And this, I got two grandsons by him. I couldn't imagine them not having their dad no more. My oldest grandson's about to be 11, and the youngest one's about to be 2 in December. So, like, I couldn't imagine both of them not having their father no more because somebody ran a red light.
Yeah. Um, I'm definitely glad that you survived. What a thought that came to mind, and this is something that I hear quite often, is a lot of times I operate from speed. Um, I feel like I want to get as much done as I can while I can
Hmm.
before I don't want to have a bunch of shoulda, coulda, wouldas.
Yeah,
Like that's kind of been my driving force behind why I just do a lot. I'm not big on waiting on permission. If I feel like I can do it now, I'd rather do it now. If people can help, that's great. I'm open to help, but I'm not waiting for the help to come at this point, because sometimes, unfortunately, I feel as though the help never comes. Right. So you kind of are looking at like this, the road ahead of you, waiting for a car to pass, but no cars are passing. So do you start walking to get to your destination? Do you hope and pray that a car will come? And
yeah,
at some point, I kind of got to the point of, um, No, not waiting. Like not waiting because I feel like whatever we do now will determine what kind of future we have. But I feel as though, and I'll probably go more into detail about this tomorrow. Uh,
Thursday.
but Thursday, thank you. I feel as though you can spend a lifetime waiting for somebody to tell you if you're gifted, if you're talented, if you're amazing at what you do, so on and so forth. Waiting for things to line up, waiting for things to be perfect, waiting for just waiting, period. And I also had a not a car accident myself, but I know somebody also who was in a car accident, and they had just had a fight the night before. They had just they had really harsh words and things that they said to each other, and then the next morning, um, their son had got up for school, and he was about to get on the bus, and somebody blindsided him and broke both of his ankles. But they had just had a fight the night before, and that really put things into perspective, like in terms of not just being creative and moving at speed, but I'm big on the three words, which is I love you. Like I'm big on that right now
Hmm.
because I love Facebook, I love Instagram, I love social media, but what I don't want is to have the opportunity to tell you how much I care, how much I
Hmm.
love you, or whatever the case may be, and then it turns into a rest in peace post.
Yes.
And I had all of this time to tell you that I appreciate your friendship, I appreciate brotherhood, sisterhood, whatever it is. And so when I'm only sharing that because like I said, I know somebody whose son was in a car accident and he was 10 years old. And so right now, I'm big on just the love energy, period. Like,
Yeah.
I love you as my friend, I love you as my significant other, my mother, my uncle, whoever. I'm
Right.
just big on the I love you piece because I don't want, and obviously you can't stop people from doing what they want to do, but I don't want to be connected with people for years and we don't speak, we haven't had any conversation, but then God forbid something happens to you or something happens to me, and now it's, oh my God, I miss this person so much. Well, we were connected for 10 years, but we didn't speak. Or we were connected for 5 years, or however long it is. But I just had to share that because that I really resonated with that. And I'm big on, again, like I said, speed in terms of creativity, but when I'm dealing with people, I'm big on just telling them I love them and that I care. Like I'm big on that because we don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. So that's
Hmm.
my like David talk. But I really felt that. Like I really resonated with that and I felt that.
No, I'm big on the love too. I love love. I love all aspects of love. And my love has no conditions, no boundaries, and nothing for in return. I don't want nothing for it. I just want to be able to love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too big on conflict of that catastrophic level at this point in life. I've seen enough of it. Love
Jewsby.
is a good way to go.
Jewsby.
Yes, ma'am.
So, where can people find you and what do you do?
Well, I'm a aspiring entrepreneur musician, so I'm based in Detroit, Michigan. Um, musically, you can find me online. Just Google me, JUZBY. Everything will pop up: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Um, right now I'm developing, more products for myself to, showcase a different side of me versus the musician side. So, um, pretty much, I'm still in the hometown and, still moving around as much as I can. So if you're looking for me, you'll bump into me.
Okay. So, Henry, what do you do and where can people find you?
Oh, well, I'm a professional, Henry, to begin with. I'm a musician and I'm a peer support specialist. Hopefully, I can move on to doing stage talks and stuff. That's what I really want to do. So, until then, you can find me on Facebook and TikTok and all that social media stuff that I struggle through. Mostly Facebook and TikTok, and I am podcast co-host. I put a lot in. Gives me a good platform. I feel rich and I'm happy.
What name do they search?
Henry Schul should be in the. My name pop up on here at all? It's HENRYCIUL. Weird.
Sure.
Yeah.
David, what do you do and where can they find you?
I am in the entrepreneur space also. Renaissance Dave is what I go by. And I am a writer. I have a podcast of my own. I make fragrances and I'm studying wine at the moment because my whole thing is encouraging people to celebrate themselves. So I'm on Instagram at blessed spadesman. So BLESSED spadesman underscore. I'm on Facebook also. David DVID Williams like Venus and Serena. And I'm also on. I don't know if anybody's heard of it here, but I'm also on Chatter as well. So Chatter is like a social audio app. If anyone's on there, my name is Renaissance Dave underscore. Um, where else am I? Yeah, I think that's it.
So can you put the name of your podcast inside the chats?
Sure.
And when do they how can they tune in and where is it? Like what day, what time, when, how?
So with my podcast, I do not have a set schedule, but
Okay.
most times it is usually on Mondays around like 11 p.m. between 11 and 1 a.m. if I'm not doing anything else. But I don't have like a set schedule. I kind of just let my thoughts come when they come. If I really
Okay.
have something to say, then I'll do it. But I don't have a set schedule. But it usually falls on Mondays, just so happens to.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
I'm really big on schedule. Like I don't know if it's the Capricorn in me or what, but like I'm big on schedule. Everything has to be on time, on the time I said it's gonna be on, and it's the because I don't like time. I don't live in time. I don't prefer time. So that's the only
It,
thing that I really allow myself to have that with. This is the time I gotta do it because it's the time
I
I
live
set
in
out.
Toontown. I can't stand it. I long for set schedules, only within the realm of my making, I guess. I don't know. I can't schedule anything.
I
It'd be
don't like
crazy.
being confined to schedules, except for that when I say I'm going to do something, I want it to be on a certain time, and this is the time I'm going to do it. Because if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, or I wouldn't have said I'm going to do it. That's just how I am. So I don't know if it's in my genetics or my makeup or what. Like at the end of the day, though, that's I like to know a time. I don't. I know a lot of people that do random shows and they just pop on whenever they feel like it and stuff. And I'm just like, man, I missed it because I didn't know what time you were coming on. If I would have known, I mean, I still probably would have missed it. But I'm just saying.
There's a method to the madness. You got to use time sometimes. It's there for us to use.
Just saying. This way, I would know. Oh yeah, I missed
so
that.
I have like a derp. I have a derp question. Where do I leave comments? How can I leave a comment?
That's not a dirt question. I can't even believe we're still on.
And see chat at the bottom. At the bottom, it'll say chat. On my side, might be different because I paid for this side. So like, I don't know what your side looks like.
There's
Well,
private chat.
yeah. All I'm seeing is private chat. Um,
Okay.
Uh,
You could put it in the private chat, and then I can highlight it and put it on.
okay.
yeah, I'm not 100% on that one.
Neither do I. Well, you know what? I
Just
just feel that change is good. Change is good every now and then. Um, change for two reasons that it's good. One, to appreciate what you had because you realize you really liked what you had because you don't like
Mhm.
the change. and then two gives you a sense of differency.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Well,
flavors to life.
we're probably not going to keep this though.
What's that?
The straight restream.
Oh,
StreamYard
there's
is
things I
so much
like about it,
easier.
but if it wasn't so laggy, I would like it. I like the way the comments work better. The less I got to click on, the better.
I like how it looks though. It's very appeasing on my eyes. It doesn't really hurt my eyes to look at.
Yes, it's kind of nice.
But all you guys are just so little, and everything looks so far away, and I already can't see.
StreamYard seems to be easier to work with, Kendall says. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. Everybody say something. Oh, okay. You did it off of that. Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna get it for that. Let me see. So, one last thing. Say one last thing as we wrap this up, Henry. What do you want to? What do you want to leave on what note?
Um, Listen to people's suggestions, but follow your own heart.
Okay, thank you. Oh, to be your own hero.
Yep, that's David's podcast.
That's all you want to say, Henry?
Oh, no, I thought I got sidetracked. No, I absolutely can say more. I was letting you say that. Yeah, don't let people put too many agreements on you, or you'll end up buried under them. I don't know if the type of growth you need is 100% encouraged, but like I said, keep trying all those flavors in life and follow your dreams. Um, there's so much more I could say. I always want to say don't chase just wealth. Don't just chase wealth. So I might as well just say it because, I don't know, for me that drives me nuts. It drives me nuts without it. Something about having accountability for yourself.
I feel like
I
I
don't know.
just got. I feel like I just got attacked, and I probably shouldn't opened it. But someone just texted me and said, "Hi, Kimberly. My name is Jackie, and I am a lifelong Republican." Um, from there out, they already lost my interest. I feel like they just attacked my phone line, and I pushed stop, but I don't think that's gonna stop them from texting me. So,
Well, we
Maybe
don't
there's a
get
way to
political.
block.
huh?
Maybe there's a way to block them.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with iPhones. Um, I don't know. Anyways, I don't. I'm not a big fan of society voting and all that stuff. I'm not the one. Jusby, what do you want us to end this with? Saying,
Uh, Make sure you clean that spiritual house, like I always say. Do your soul searching. You figure out what works for you, and you do it with no regrets. Um, those who seek to dim your light often reveal their own darkness.
mm,
Do not succumb to anybody's expectations of who you are and where your life should be. You do you. You treat yourself with love. You treat yourself with respect. Because at the end of the day, you have to spend the rest of your life with you, nobody else.
mm,
Mm.
mm.
Yeah,
I always feel like you're preaching. Go ahead, David.
So, whatever dreams you have, don't go to the grave with them. So many people have things that they want to do, or said that they should do, or are thinking about doing, but aren't doing them. So, don't let your dreams just be dreams. And the decisions you make now are preparing you for the old wolf or the old person that you will become. So be careful of the decisions that you make right now because we do not have as much time as we think we do. And so if you want to do something today, do it today. Don't feel like you have tomorrow because you may not.
So, I want to say Danny shared this thing, and I loved it. And I was talking about to Henry before the show, and it says the right doors won't open for you until you are the version of you that's supposed to walk through them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Very
Change,
much true. Very much true.
change if you gotta change. If not, to be true to self, because authenticity is the number one frequency. We're all vibrations. We're all matter. Matter only exists when you give it attention.
Yeah.
Stop seeking attention that's not meant for you. Start searching for what is by becoming what is you're supposed to. A lot of people try to get the wrong kind of attention, but that's not for them. That's not of them.
Hmm.
So don't worry about what so and so is doing because at the end of the day, that's not your life. That's theirs. You'll never get what they get because you're not supposed to. Love yourself and stay true to yourself and start just living life and loving it. Whatever you want will come to you. You just got to be
True.
the right person to receive it if it's meant for you. If not, then it wasn't meant for you and stop worrying about it because what's meant for you shall come to you regardless. You can't block your blessings. You can't stop what's ordained. Whatever people want to say, whatever they believe in, you can't stop what's coming for you. You can't join this time working on music. I'll support. Aw, thank you.
Thanks, man.
Peace and love. Just stay true to self. Authenticity is the number one frequency, the highest frequency ever. Put on some linen that carries 5,000 frequencies, 5,000 hertz. The body naturally only has 100. Put on some linen. Put on some wool, but just don't put them on together because they cancel each other out. One goes right and one goes left.
Hmm.
Listen to some high vibrational good music. Light a candle, but just don't blow it out. Clear your mind and meditate and just be. The best feeling in the world is just being. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody coming on, tuning in, and helping us and supporting us, and taking time out to love yourself a little more tonight. May your night be full of positive energy and high vibrations. Peace and love, everyone.